Anyways, uh, today on the National Weather Service page, I managed to find this, and I was actually kind of surprised. Yeah, that Wi-Fi can be a bit laggy sometimes. I think it can be a bit like this is how it goes, I think. Let me just speed this up a little. There you go. Right? But I was really surprised to see that this is an option on here. And by the way, I would totally recommend it as an option. Like, over here on the right, we've got, radio stations I signed with call sign beginning with K and the W isn't that great. Some stations with 3 letters, such as WLW, Cincinnati, WWL, New Orleans, KLZ, KSL, KFI, Los Angeles, etc. There's WGN on here and WLS. So there's a lot of surprisingly good information out there. And then they even provide a list, like their town stations. But there's a bit of a problem with it though. This page in particular lists not just clear channel stations, but also Class 2A stations, which actually isn't bad in itself. And so while this guide is fairly helpful, like I know for a fact that I got KSL last night. I got KFAQ as well. I also had WLS and WGN pretty clearly last night. But in spite of that, WGN and WBBM signal was not in HD. Exactly. Generally, this is beneficial. However, there is a catch to this. I like KRVN. As you can see here on 1000, you might remember the one time I totally got Como, just here in Cheyenne, while I've gotten WMVP while it's out in Rapid City. However, it doesn't show that sometimes I can get a station called KKIM Albuquerque, a religious station at that. So sometimes the list is helpful, other times not so much. Sadly, I have not gotten either one of these 2 stations, thanks to local interference. But like KXCL is a powerhouse, KSDP is also powerhouse, sometimes showing up as local in my radio here. And sometimes they can come in as early as 6 p.m. currently. That's why I think the winter will be exciting for sure, by the way. But anyways, I would definitely recommend this for someone who has kids or who would like to get them involved in the hobby as well. Don't mean to pressure you or anything, but I think it's a good way of teaching diversity. And then there's something even more useful here, and it's this basically. Again, totally recommend it. For us professionals, it still can be pretty helpful. However, we probably have like a more verified log. But for anybody who is new to this, it'd be a great place to start. And sadly don't want to leave anything out. But for the most part, I was just surprised that the National Weather Service, NOAA, NOAA, is actually doing this. Like, is this actually the category necessarily? I don't know. Well, that concludes the